Wall Street Memes Casino.
I'm fine.
And Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at the final press conference for Fabio Wardley versus Frazer Clarke. Bad blood, joined by the voice of Boxxer, Mr. Big Mo. How are you, mate?
I'm good. This is my first Joe Pugh interview. You know what they've been saying about you now? Is you ask all the tough questions, so
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I'm warmed up here. Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, as far as it goes, it's probably one of your biggest nights, would you say, for Boxxer and calling this fight?
I would say so. I mean, when you look at, obviously you got fights like Shields Marshall and Eubank Smith, and those were probably bigger from just from an overall standpoint. But when you look at what this card kind of can create in the world of British boxing, this is probably more important on the domestic side. But it's up there, absolutely. I'm just happy to see that this fight has come around. I believe that this fight needed to marinate for a while, and it did, and now it's bigger than it ever has been, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, from a historical standpoint, British heavyweight title fights they don't come too often, but they come in great fights, great pedigree. So yeah, I'm sure you're glad to be part of this history on Sunday night.
I'm honored. For the people that have done my role in the past, the British heavyweight title is a really respected championship. You've had the likes of Michael Buffer that have done it and things like that, so I'm excited to have my own opportunity to do the British heavyweight title. It's going to be cool. I think this is the biggest one since that AJ Dillian Whyte one, so I'm excited.
Are you allowed to give your prediction for Sunday night?
I am. I'm definitely allowed. It's a tough one. I think that when you look at, they each have a different type of pressure on them. I think that the pressure on Fabio's going to have pressure on him for every fight because he's already excelled way past what everyone thought he would do. So now it's almost like he keeps that pressure on himself to see if he can keep climbing the ranks and maybe he can become a world champion. For Fraser, you look at a type of pressure because on paper, despite not being the champion, he should win. He's got more pedigree, got more experience, went through the amateur ranks, has trained with better people, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the pressure that's on Fraser. I think that whatever the outcome is of this fight, the loser's career is altered. Because if you lose, it's like, all right, well, you lost the domestic title, where do you go from here? It's tough to kind of to rebound back up to that world title placement. So, oh man, obviously I work for Boxxer and Sky, so I've been around Fraser a lot more, but I'm also a huge fan of Fabio. It's like picking between two friends. I would say if it makes it past round 8, I'm going to go Fraser. I think if Fabio wants to win, he has to end it probably under 8 rounds.
And up there, before the main event pressure, it got a little bit spicy between a few of the fights. What is your pick of the undercard? Because it's a great undercard.
I think it did get spicy, and that's what I was expecting. And even that, I was literally around the corner. You could probably see me on the broadcast, and that random guy showed up calling Ben Whitaker out. I'm going to have to start saying at these press conferences, if you want to fight Ben Whitaker, form a line at the back of the room, sign in, get your parent permission slip, and then we'll get you up to fight. But, I think the tough one for me is that Vidal-Riley-Mikhail Lawal fight. It's a risky fight for Vidal to take, especially as I know he's, there's been the talks about the Isaac Chamberlain fight and things like that, but then I think Frazer Clarke is in the mix, so it's kind of an interesting situation there with the British cruiserweight title. That's kind of the pick'em fight for me. That's why that's the Bet365 wild card fight for a reason. I expect Callum Simpson to win. I expect Ben Whitaker to win. But Ben Whitaker is being challenged now. He is starting to elevate his competition. I know everyone wants him to go fight world champions, but he's had 6 fights, so just give him a second. He's marinating. He's warming up a little bit. So I'm excited for that one. I think, the Steve Robinson-Alan Babbage fight, damn, that might be fight of the night. I'm going to be honest. I'm excited for fights like that. You need fights like that on a card. Like, I love the technical boxing matches, the back and forth, the defensive matchups. I think every card deserves a fight like a Stephen Robinson, Alan Babbage. 2 guys that are just going to get in the middle and just throw hands for as long as they can. I'm excited for that one. So, and then obviously Marku Congo that's also a pick'em fight. I would, down the road, I would love to see Florian Marku fight Conor Benn. I love that fight personally. But I think he has to get through Chris Congo. Chris Congo is coming off that loss to Eko Esteman. Great fight. I remember I announced that fight. It was an awesome one. So now it's kind of, can Chris Congo get back in the win column? but he's got to go through one of the most heavy-handed welterweights that I've seen, which is Florian Marku. So all around, it's 6 fights. I love that it's 6 fights. I don't think every card needs to be 10, 15 fights. We get in, we're after the big Premier League matchup. I'm starting to become more educated with the football scene here, so I'm excited for Arsenal Man City. And then all those viewers are going to pour over to watch the British heavyweight title, man. I'm excited. And we're also in America on NBC's Peacock.
I'm impressed with that football knowledge, Mo. Just last one, and you said about a hard one at the start, so I will give you a hard question. Top 3 MCs right now. You can include yourself.
I cannot include myself?
You can include yourself.
I won't do that. Listen, I'm a huge fan of the Buffer brothers. I believe Michael and Bruce are the gold standard. Got to interact with them a little bit. Very nice guys, very respectable guys. Like them a lot. Big fan of Jimmy Lennon Jr. I think Jimmy Lennon is extremely polished. I mean, I would probably have to go with those 3. I mean, those 3 are the icons of the sport. Those 3 are the ones that I grew up watching. I remember the first big fight that I watched was Mayweather-Pacquiao, and I remember Jimmy Lennon did that one. I remember I was a part of the Mike Tyson Hulu TV show, and I thought I got cast as Michael Buffer. So I went back and I watched when Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, or was it Lennox Lewis, and they had the security, and they had Jimmy Lennon introduced one and Michael Buffer introduced the other. So that was the first time I got to see 2 MCs. So I'm a big fan of all 3 of those, but in my opinion, the Buffers are inspirations to me, and those would be my top.
Excellent, Mo. Thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV, and see you tomorrow.
Joe Pugh, you took it easy on me, brother. Make sure you follow IFL, follow Boxxer. I'll see you Sunday night. Thanks, guys.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.